Okay. So here, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, Yoga, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa. These are the Shad Darshanas. Drishir Prekshane is the dhatu. To make one see the truth. Then Nyaya system was propounded by Gautama Rishi. Vaisheshika was propounded by Kanada, Rishi Kanada. Sankhya was propounded by Rishi Kapila. Yoga was propounded by Rishi Patanjali. Purva Mimamsa was propounded by Jaimini Rishi. Uttara Mimamsa by Rishi Vyasa. Here, when we look at the darshanas, there is a division like Astika and Nastika darshanas. Astika darshanas are those systems which accepted Vedas as pramana. Nastika darshanas are those which did not accept Vedas as pramanas. Charvaka, Jaina and Bauddha are Nastika darshanas, whereas Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, Yoga, Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa are Astika darshanas. Here, the Uttara Mimamsa was further commented upon by Adi Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya and Madhvacharya. Adi Shankara's system came to be known as Advaita philosophy. Ramanuja's system came to be known as Vishishtadvaita philosophy. Madhvacharya's system came to be known as Dvaita philosophy. Then each of these systems accepted Pratyaksha Pramana, which is direct perception, to arrive at the truth, ultimate truth. So Pratyaksha Pramana is accepted by even the Nastika Darshanas. Then regarding the Anumana Pramana, it is accepted by all the systems except Charvakas. Then Upamana Pramana is accepted by Nyaya, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa, and then Advaita. Shabda Pramana is accepted by Nyaya, Sankhya, Yoga, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa, Advaita, Vishishtadvaita and Dvaita. Then Arthapati and Anupalabdhi Pramanas are accepted only by Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa and followed by Advaita of Shankara. Agama is accepted as a Pramana by the three systems Advaita, Vishishtadvaita and Dvaita. Thus, each of these systems had their own reasons to accept different means of knowledge to attain the eternal truth. And coming to the Astika Darshanas, the first one is Nyaya Darshana. It is also called Nyayavada, Tarka Shastra, Anvikshiki. Nyaya Darshanam is epistemology. Then Nyayavadaha is perception, logical realism, causality. There is a cause and effect. And etymology of Nyaya, if you look at the Nyaya, the word Nyaya, are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Bhagini, I'm able to hear you.
Okay, okay. So if you look at the word Nyaya, in general context, how do we understand Nyaya? It is justice. Nowadays, we consider Nyaya as justice. But it's a vast subject and it has a different perspective when we look at the word Nyaya. Pramanaihi artha parikshanam Nyayaha. So, with the help of pramanas, different pramanas, we test the artha of a padartha. That is nyaya. Pratignyavayava samoho va nyaya. Here, there are pancha avayavas. So, when you take all of them together and analyze, then arrive at conclusion, that is nyaya. Niyate vivakshitartha siddhihi anena iti. So niyate, it takes forward. To where does it take us forward? Vivakshita artha siddhihi. What is required to be understood? To that place it is taking us. That is nyaya. So there is a statement. This is found in Arthashastram also, and in many places. So Pradeepaha Sarva Vidyanam Upayaha Sarva Karmanam Ashrayaha Sarva Dharmanam Vidyodeshe Prakirtita. So this Nyaya system has so much of importance. It is the lamp, light to all the Vidya, all the other Vidyas are getting help through this Nyaya Shastra. And Upayaha Sarva Karmanam, to do whatever activity you want to do, this is the means. This Nyaya Shastra is the means. Then Ashrayaha Sarva Dharmanam. So this is the Ashraya. This is the place where you take shelter, where all the Dharma Shastras, everything takes shelter. And that is why it is very, very important to understand the Nyaya Darshana. Then, when you look at our Paniniya Sutra Patha, he gives us the root in Gatau. I forgot to type that. Shamyata. So, in Gatau is the root. It conveys the same meaning as Gam Gachati. So, Nyaya as signifying logic. So where does it take us? To Nigama. Nigama is Vedas again. Then he gives us one sutra also. Adhyaya. Adhyaya. He says Adhyaya, Nyaya, Udyava, Samhara, Adhara, and then Avayaha. So, what are these words? The sutra says, Adhyaya is chapter, everybody knows. Then Udyava is a mixture. Then Samhara is destruction. That is also known to everybody. Then Adhara, so dhr is the dhatu there. So all the places that ghai affix is added, and some more sutras come into play, and finally we arrive at Nyaya. This for Nyaya also. Are you able to hear?
Bhagini, yes,
Oh,
I'm able to hear you.
okay.
Your
Okay.
voice is breaking, Mahoday.
Oh, okay. I think there is some
Slight break.
some
Here
issue.
and there it's breaking.
So all these words, adhyaya, nyaya, udyava, samhara, all these words have this ghai pratyaya, and when you add e in gatav, that also is added. You for ni, nayate, nyayaha. Then we get this logic or justice, whatever you want to call it. Then this system, Nyaya Darshanam, is also called Hetu Vidya. Hetu is Karana, some cause. So Hetu Vidya are the science of causes. Athava Anvikshiki, science of inquiry. Or Pramana Shastra, because everything is proved through some Pramana. Tattva Shastra, science of categories. Tarka Vidya, science of reasoning. So many meanings come out when we look at the word Nyaya Darshanam. Then this Nyaya Sutra is divided into 5 books, each containing 2 chapters called Anikas or diurnal portions. It seems Akshapada wrote these in 10 lectures, maybe during the daytime, something like that it is said. And then they suggest that there may be different people, only Gautama wrote only first chapter and all those things. But as usual, they create confusion in us. So this is just to tell you all that this kind of discussions are there when we look at Nyaya Sutras. But whatever be the discussions, the end result is it's an excellent system given to us by Gautama and the others who followed him. Then here the first sutra of Nyaya Darshanam, it is Pramana, Prameya, Samshaya, Prayojana, Drishtanta, Siddhanta, Avayava, Tarka, Nirnaya, Vada, Jalpa, Vitanda, Hetva, Bhasa, Chala, Jati, Nigraha, Sthananam, Tattva Jnanat, Nishreyasadhigamaha. That is the first sutra. What is this sutra saying? It talks about there are 16 categories or 16 padarthas, which by gaining knowledge about the true nature of these 16 padarthas, one is able to attain the supreme bliss. Then the knowledge about these 16 categories means enunciation. First you list them, then define them, then analyze them with many pramanas. So the first book of Nyaya Shastra treats this listing and defining, and the remaining 4 books are reserved for critical examination, like applying different pramanas at different places and arriving at the arriving at the knowledge about the true nature of these 16 categories. Then the second sutra says, Dukkha Janma Pravritti Dosha Mithya Jnananam Uttarottarapaye Tadanantara Bhavat Apavargaha. So what happens when we go through the activities like birth, death, and associated activities like doing so many activities while our life's journey moves on, and that bringing a lot of misery, suffering, and whatever. So what happens, that is filled with mithya jnana. It is not true knowledge. So when we are able to come out of that suffering, that brings complete awareness of the supreme being. Then NYAYADARSHANA talks about Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana, Shabdaha, Pramanani. So they accept the independent existence of the worldly objects, unlike the way the Advaita philosophy considers everything as mithya or unreal. But these Nayayikas, they accept that the world is real. And that is why it is also called as logical realism. Then, what are these 16 padarthas? When you look at the pramana, it is the valid knowledge is called prama, and the source of valid knowledge is called pramana. Then, like this this pramana, this yes, it has savikalpaka jnana and nirvikalpaka jnana. So what happens? It is nirvikalpaka is if I see some object. Yes, are you able to hear me?
Yes, Bhagini. Yes, I'm able to.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. When we see some object, if we don't have clarity as to what would be that object, like I'm seeing some person here, I see all of you, and if I am not able to recognize you people, then it is nirvikalpaka jnana. There is no clarity. If I am able to recognize, okay, Rama Bhagini is sitting there, Chaitra is sitting there, Sundaresh Mahodaya is there, Naresh Mahodaya is there, Jayita is there. If I am able to identify, okay, Brahmanaha Yeshaha, Ditthaha Yeshaha, Vaidyaha, if I am able to clearly identify, that is Savikalpaka Jnana. Then we have this Anumana Pramana. When we, before going to Anumana Pramana, let us look at this Samshaya. What happens? There is a well, we dig a well to get water. That time what happens? We have a doubt whether this the water, I am able to get that water because of the digging, or the how do I say, whether the water available in that region is visible due to the digging, or digging brought the water to that place, to that area. That kind of doubt is known as samshaya. And if you look at vada, jalpa, vitanda, what happens when a subject needs to be understood well? To arrive at the tattva nirnaya, a guru and his shishya may have some discussion, or people with similar interests, they may have some discussion. That is called vada. And jalpa, if you look at two people arguing to show who to win the argument, hmm? And each of them will be trying to justify their stance and condemning the opponent. That is called jalpa. Then there is the third aspect, which is vitanda. Here, what happens? The person is unable to justify his argument, his stance, but he is ready to condemn the opponent. That is vitanda. And all these three put together, vada, jalpa, and vitanda, are put together and called as katha. Katha is not only stories, but it also means some kind of discussion or argument. And there is one more concept here, chala. This chala, what does it do? When a person is unable to justify with jalpa or vitanda, he is sure to lose his argument. So he becomes unreasonable. What he will do, with the aim of defeating the opponent, he will go to any extent by turning the argument to some other thing. Like Kashmirat agataha ayam Navakambalatvat. So somebody has come from Kashmir. Kashmir shawls are very popular. So the first person says, oh, this person has come from Kashmir, maybe because he is he is having a new shawl. So the opponent, what he will do, he knows he is losing, so he will he will try to do chala. He will say, okay, you are talking about Nava, but where are 9 shawls here? That kind of twisting the argument. That is chala. So thus there are 16 categories, and how they arrive at the true knowledge by understanding the 16 padarthas well. That is through pratyaksha, anumana, upamana, and shabda. Pratyaksha anumana is a direct perception, and anumana pramana is of 3 types. It is inference. So it is of 3 types. That is Purvavat, Sheshavat, and Samanyato Drishtaha. So here what happens, when by looking at dark clouds, one is able to infer that there is going to be heavy rains. This is Purvavat Anumana. Then, even though there is no rain in the lower regions, by looking at the dam which is full of water, which is brimming with water, one is able to infer that there must have been good rains in the higher regions. And this is Shesha Anuman, Sheshavat Anumana. The third type is Samanyataha Drishtaha. Crops are beautifully growing, and one is able to infer that the region, that area is very well, the water table in that area is excellent. Thus, Anumana Pramana is of three types, and also there is this Swarthanumana, Pararthanumana. Swartha means we ourselves experiencing some event, or Pararthanumana will be like somebody telling us that this is going to happen, or this happened, it will happen, whatever. Thus, Anumana Pramana is of two types mainly, and then again subdivisions are Purvavat, Sheshavat, and then Samanyataha Drishtaha. Then what happens? Upamanam. Are you able to hear now?
Yeah, we can hear, but I have a query
Yes,
on
yes,
the.
sir.
If you permit, I have a query on the last slide.
Yes, Mahodaya.
So, at one place we say there are two types and categories of Anumana, and then we say inference or Anumana is the three types. So,
yeah, no,
I mean, how do?
No. First division is Swarthanumana, Pararthanumana. Okay.
Right.
That
then, understood.
Then this subdivision comes Purvavat, Seshavat, and Samanyataha Drishtaha.
No, but both the top is Anumana only. Both are leading from Anumana.
Yes. This Anumana is Swarthanumana or Pararthanumana.
Right.
And it is a Swartha is self-experiencing.
Correct.
Parartha is through somebody. Somebody might have told us. Okay.
So do the now my question, ma'am, is the rest other three, do they fall under these two, or
Yes,
they are independent?
No, they are not independent. They fall under these two.
These
Actually,
two.
I forgot to bring it down. Actually, I forgot.
No, that's okay. But which one? I mean, if I may ask, Swarthanumana has further three categories, or Prarthanumana has? Which of these?
It can be in Swarthanumana actually.
Okay.
Pararthanumana also can have. See, when somebody is telling us something, so it can be like I saw like this. This is what I have inferred. Like that, somebody can tell, isn't it?
So no, I feel Swarthanumana is more appropriate for these three to be coming under. Because once, like you gave an example of the meteorology, weather forecast. So if I have seen clouds, dark clouds, so probably Purvata can be under that. But instead of somebody else saying, and then there is no certainty.
Yes. And some of the systems which don't accept Shabda Pramana. Actually, what is Shabda Pramana? It is like Aptavakyam Shabda. If you Aptopadeshaha Shabda. Okay. So anybody whom you consider as an authority.
Authority, yes.
You consider his words as to be accepted as pramana, right?
Like meteorology scientists, you can say the same example.
Yes, definitely. And what happens, some of the systems, what they say is, when you are believing somebody else, that can be considered as Pararthanumana. Why do you need another pramana?
Right.
That kind of argument they bring about. That we will see later in our next sessions. We can have that discussion also.
Dhanyawad,
this,
Bhagini. Yeah, I got the answer.
and then this Shabda Pramana and
I got the
Upamanam
answer.
is
Thank you.
Upamanam is like Sadrishyam. So you compare two things and arrive at some conclusion. Then in Shabda Pramana we have two divisions: Drishtaha, Adrishtaha. So here also there are again some arguments and other things. And if you look at the sutras of this NYAYADARSHANAM, it is huge and so beautifully done, and arriving at the true knowledge through these sutras is really a great thing. Actually, if you look at Tarka Shastra, they say there is a statement actually. Na kuryat nishphalam karma. Don't do any activity that doesn't give you any good result. So, if we go through these, we understand how much these rishis have worked for our cause. And based on Gautama's Nyaya Sutras, we have Nyaya Bhashyam by Vatsyayana, Nyaya Vartikam by Udyotakara, Nyaya Vartika Tatparya Tika by Vachaspati Mishra, then Nyaya Vartika Tatparya Tika Parishuddhi by Udayana, Parishuddhi Prakashaha by Vardhamana, Vardhamanenduhu by Padmanabha Mishra, Nyayalankaraha by Shrikantha, and so many people have written about this Shastra, Nyaya Sutras. And it is so beautiful that it seems this Navadvipa in West Bengal, that area was very popular with these Nyaya, Vaisheshika and Tarka Sutras. And unfortunately, today we have lost all that intellect. I think we need to work upon this and bring back the past glory. Thus, we come to the end of this session, and I am really sorry for today's disturbance in this internet. Please go through the video if you don't understand. I am ready to repeat this again so that you understand well. We will.
Okay. Leave a slight variation.
Okay.
Nothing much.
Okay. Any questions?
Can I ask a fundamental doubt, Mahoday?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
May I ask a fundamental doubt?
Yes.
Okay. See, as far as the name is concerned, is Nyaya. Nyaya means justice. So I may be totally off the mark, so pardon me. But then, as per the name, what we have read today, all the sutras or inferences or anumanas, are they related to justice? I mean, I'm just literally trying to understand from Nyaya, justice. So is it falling under that category? Yes.
No. Actually, this is not directly related to justice. This is taking us to the ultimate. All these darshanas, they are taking us to the ultimate. Niyate anena iti. Niyate, it carries us forward. So justice is more suitable to smritis, where they say this like Manu Smriti, Yagnavalkya Smriti, they contain more of justice.
Okay. Thank you.
Hmm.
It says, incidentally, as far as the network issue is concerned, I just
Hmm.
read on top of your screen
Hmm.
saying the bandwidth is low.
Hmm.
So it's an issue with whichever company you are logged in. So the bandwidth that is being finally, the bandwidth what they provide is not the bandwidth that you get finally
Yes,
when
yes.
you're using it. But it gets distributed and reduced drastically.
Yes, yes.
So you may have to talk to them. The bandwidth which you're finally getting is much lower than what they
Yes.
are giving.
But every
That's why.
class it's not a problem, no? Only
No,
today.
today only. It's a dynamic thing, ma'am.
Yes.
Depending on how many users are using at a given moment.
Yes.
So
yes.
the bandwidth finally is what you are getting finally for transmission. So that has drastically reduced today. So you may have to talk to that company.
Yeah. I'll tell my son to
Because I'm from this
resort.
background, that's why I'm advising.
I'll tell my son to resort this problem.
Okay.
Astu. Jaita Mahodaye?
Mother, actually, I joined a little bit late, so I missed the beginning bit. So I just wanted to ask that so Vedangas were like Shastras which help understand meaning of Vedas. So Upangas are not directly to do with the Vedas, I imagine. So it is more like
No. They are
this seems
also
more-
they are also related to Vedas only. They are also bringing the gist of Vedas, Veda mantras. Without Upangas,
so
it is
Nyaya
not
is a
complete.
part of that.
Yes.
Right. Okay, because this the things you were mentioning seemed more like a base for a philosophy, right? Like how to approach something, how
Yes.
to look at proofs and what would be accepted as a proof. So like basics of philosophy. I have looked at a bit of Western philosophy, some few things I have read, and it seems like similar. Like how do you approach when you look at any like bigger philosophical questions, what like how if Western philosophy, like meaning of life, purpose of life, this that, around that they will build, and they build this framework, what is acceptable, how do you, so it seemed like that sort of a framework.
Yes.
But it is also to do with Vedas only, distant Vedas, and how do you approach that? Okay.
So directly they are not talking about Vedas, but they help us understand Vedas well. So without these darshanas or these upangas, our journey doesn't complete actually. It doesn't find that completeness, you can say.
Dhanyawad.
Astu, samapayamah va? Any other questions? Okay. Next class, actually, I won't be available. If possible, you people can meet and discuss whatever, because since the past 3 months we are doing these discussions, no? So you can catch up about all the topics discussed till today in the next session. I'll join the week afterwards. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Hari Om.
Namaste, Bhagini. Dhanyawad.